And me and Mike was cool over the years. I always hung out with him and talked with him, and like I was the only one that...
At 69, Steve Harvey suddenly found himself at the center of a storm he never saw coming. Whispers online turned into headlines, and a private matter quickly became a public obsession. But what really happened behind the rumors, and why did the internet react so strongly to them? Today, we break down the story, the reactions, and the moments that kept this controversy alive far longer than anyone expected. Join us as we uncover how it all unfolded. Steve Harvey's brand. Steve Harvey did not become one of the most recognizable faces on television overnight. His rise happened through years of carefully shaping his public image. In the beginning, Harvey was known for a very different style. During the 1990s, he built his name through stand-up comedy shows like Def Comedy Jam and the Original Kings of Comedy. Back then, his comedy was louder, rougher, and aimed mostly at adult audiences. He told stories about everyday struggles, relationships, money problems, and life in working-class America. Fans connected with him because he sounded real and honest. Those early comedy years helped Harvey create a strong connection with Black audiences in particular. He came across as someone who understood ordinary people and their daily frustrations. His confidence, storytelling, and sharp delivery made him stand out from other comedians at the time. But as television opportunities started growing, Harvey slowly changed his image. He realized that becoming more family-friendly could open many more doors for him. Over time, his comedy became cleaner and less controversial. Instead of focusing only on stand-up, Harvey expanded into radio, daytime television, hosting, and motivational speaking. Shows like Family Feud and Little Big Shots helped turn him into a trusted household name. Parents, older viewers, and even younger audiences began seeing him as entertaining but safe to watch. This shift was not accidental. Harvey clearly understood that mainstream success required a more polished image. One of the biggest turning points in his career came when he started giving relationship advice. His book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, became hugely successful and changed how many people viewed him. Instead of being known only as a comedian, Harvey suddenly became a relationship expert. His advice about dating, marriage, and men's behavior attracted millions of readers, especially women. Soon after, his radio show and talk show continued building that same image. He spoke confidently about family values, respect, loyalty, and personal growth. A big reason audiences trusted Harvey was because he presented himself as someone who had learned from mistakes. He often talked openly about his struggles, failed marriages, financial problems, and journey toward success. That honesty made people feel he understood real-life challenges. At the same time, Harvey regularly spoke about faith and hard work. His Christian beliefs became an important part of his public identity. Whether he was giving interviews, hosting shows, or writing books, he often mentioned God, prayer, and purpose. For many fans, this made him seem grounded and trustworthy. There was also a major business side to this image. Harvey's likable personality helped him secure endorsement deals, hosting jobs, speaking events, and business partnerships. Companies saw him as reliable and relatable. His family man reputation became extremely valuable because audiences trusted him inside their homes every day through television and radio. That image of the wise husband, caring father, and faith-driven mentor eventually became the foundation of the entire Steve Harvey brand. But once rumors and controversy entered the picture, people started looking much closer at the man behind the image. And that's where things started getting a lot more complicated. The rumors explode. In August 2023, Steve Harvey and his wife Marjorie Harvey suddenly found themselves at the center of a massive online scandal. Rumors began spreading across social media, claiming that Marjorie had allegedly cheated on Steve with his personal bodyguard and private chef. Within hours, the story was everywhere. People on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube were discussing the claims as if they were already confirmed facts, even though no real evidence had been presented. The controversy reportedly started after a now-deleted tweet from online personality Keem suggested that Marjorie had been unfaithful. The tweet quickly gained attention because of Steve Harvey's public image. For years, Harvey had built his reputation around marriage advice, family values, and relationship wisdom. Because of that, the rumor instantly became bigger than an ordinary celebrity gossip story. People were not just reacting to a possible affair. they were reacting to the possibility that one of television's most famous family men was dealing with a personal scandal behind the scenes. Very quickly, social media users began reposting screenshots, repeating claims, and adding their own theories. Hashtags connected to the story started trending online. Gossip blogs picked up the rumor almost immediately, often repeating the same claims without verification. YouTube commentary channels also played a major role in spreading the story further. Some creators posted videos breaking down the allegations in dramatic detail, while others analyzed Steve and Marjorie's marriage history for possible warning signs. The story became content for thousands of people online. One reason the rumors spread so fast was because modern internet culture moves faster than facts. Many users no longer wait for official confirmation before reacting to a story. Instead, people often treat rumors as entertainment first and truth second. In Steve Harvey's case, the public already knew details about his previous marriages, relationship advice career, and carefully managed public image. That background made the allegations feel believable to some people, even without proof. Fans also began revisiting old interviews, red carpet appearances, and television clips involving Steve and Marjorie. Videos that once seemed normal suddenly became evidence in the eyes of online viewers. People studied body language, facial expressions, and even small moments between the couple during interviews. One resurfaced clip showed Steve leaning slightly away from Marjorie during a talk show segment about cheating. Online users immediately started claiming the clip revealed hidden tension in the marriage. Others pointed to moments where the couple looked uncomfortable or less affectionate in public appearances. This is one of the biggest ways social media has changed celebrity culture. In the past, rumors mostly stayed in magazines or television gossip shows. Now, millions of people can instantly become investigators, critics, and commentators at the same time. Every photo, interview, or video can be re-examined and turned into part of a larger story. Public opinion often forms before any facts are confirmed. Even though there was never solid evidence proving the affair claims, the rumors continued growing because people online kept the conversation alive. The internet turned speculation into a full public scandal almost overnight. For Steve Harvey, the situation showed how quickly years of carefully built reputation can come under attack in the digital age. And once Steve finally responded, people paid attention to every single word he said. Steve's public response. As the cheating rumors continued spreading online in 2023, many people waited to see whether Steve Harvey would respond publicly. For several days, the internet was filled with speculation, reaction videos, and gossip posts about his marriage to Marjorie Harvey. Then, during an appearance at InvestFest 2023 in Atlanta, Steve finally addressed the situation directly in front of a live audience. Before starting his main discussion, Harvey briefly stopped to speak about the rumors. He told the crowd, "Before I get started, just let me say, I'm fine, Marjorie's fine. I don't know what y'all doing, but find something else to do, 'cause we fine. Lord, have mercy." The clip quickly spread across social media platforms and became one of the most talked about celebrity responses of the year. The reason the statement went viral so fast was because people interpreted it in very different ways. Some viewers believed Steve sounded confident and calm. To them, his relaxed tone suggested the rumors were completely false and not serious enough to deserve a long explanation. Supporters praised him for refusing to let gossip control the narrative. They felt his short response showed maturity and self-control. Others, however, were not fully convinced. Some social media users thought the response sounded carefully planned instead of emotional or spontaneous. Critics pointed out that Steve did not directly deny specific claims involving the alleged affair with the bodyguard or private chef. Instead, he simply repeated that everything was fine. That choice of wording led some people to believe he was avoiding deeper questions. Online discussions quickly shifted from the original rumors to analyzing Steve's reaction itself. Marjorie Harvey also responded, though in a less direct way. On Instagram, she shared a post connected to handling lies and false stories. Her caption mentioned that she and Steve usually choose not to respond to crazy and falsehoods. The message appeared designed to shut down the rumors without fully engaging with them. Like Steve's statement, the post avoided detailed explanations or emotional arguments. This kind of response is actually very common among celebrities during public scandals. Many public figures avoid long denials because detailed responses can sometimes keep a controversy alive longer. The more a celebrity explains, the more headlines and online discussions continue. By giving short statements and then moving on, famous couples often hope the public will eventually lose interest. There is also a strategic side to silence. Celebrity image management today is heavily controlled by public relations teams, social media advisors, and branding experts. Every word matters because even one emotional comment can become a viral headline within minutes. For people like Steve Harvey, whose entire career depends on public trust and likability, protecting the image is extremely important. A calm response helps avoid appearing defensive or unstable. Still, some viewers questioned whether Steve's response felt too polished. Harvey has spent years building a reputation as someone honest, relatable, and emotionally open. Because of that, some fans expected a more personal reaction. Instead, his response sounded controlled and measured, almost like a professional statement rather than a husband reacting to painful accusations. In today's celebrity culture, many couples use carefully managed messaging to protect both their relationship and their business interests. Public image can affect television deals, sponsorships, endorsements, and audience loyalty. For Steve and Marjorie Harvey, the goal seemed clear. Stay united publicly, avoid adding fuel to the rumors, and maintain control of the story. But once the internet started studying their old videos and body language, the controversy became even harder to contain. The internet's obsession. After the cheating rumors involving Marjorie Harvey exploded online in 2023, the internet quickly moved beyond simple gossip. People began searching for evidence hidden in old interviews, talk show appearances, photos, and videos featuring Steve and Marjorie Harvey. Suddenly, clips that had existed online for years were being reposted and analyzed as if they contained secret clues about the couple's marriage. One video in particular gained major attention. It came from a 2016 episode of The Steve Harvey Show where Steve and Marjorie appeared alongside guests Bill and Juliana Rancic to discuss relationships and infidelity. At the time, the segment seemed completely normal, but after the 2023 allegations surfaced, social media users revisited the clip and began examining Steve's body language frame by frame. Many viewers focused on moments where Steve appeared to lean slightly away from Marjorie while sitting beside her. Others pointed out that he crossed his legs, kept his arms close to himself, or avoided extended eye contact during parts of the conversation. Because the topic of cheating was being discussed in the segment, people online started treating these small actions as signs of hidden tension or discomfort within the marriage. The problem is that body language can often be interpreted in many different ways. A simple posture, facial expression, or movement may have no deeper meaning at all. Someone might lean away because they are tired, distracted, uncomfortable on camera, or simply shifting positions naturally. But once rumors start, viewers often begin connecting unrelated details to fit a larger story they already believe. This trend has become much bigger in recent years because of social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and Twitter. Short clips can spread extremely fast, especially when dramatic captions are added. Videos titled things like "Steve Harvey exposed by his own body language" or "The signs were always there" attracted millions of views. Many creators slowed videos down, zoomed into facial expressions, and added emotional music or commentary to make ordinary moments seem suspicious. At the same time, online body language experts and reaction channels have become increasingly popular. Some creators claim they can detect lies, emotional distance, stress, or cheating just by studying facial expressions and gestures. While body language analysis can sometimes provide insight in professional settings, much of what spreads online is based on speculation rather than science. In celebrity gossip culture, opinions are often presented as facts even when there is no proof behind them. This creates a dangerous cycle. One person posts a theory, another creator reacts to it, and suddenly thousands of viewers begin repeating the same idea until it feels true. Over time, rumors become stronger simply because so many people are discussing them. In Steve Harvey's case, ordinary clips from years ago were transformed into evidence supporting an unverified story. For public figures, this shows how difficult it has become to control their image in the digital age. Celebrities today are constantly recorded, photographed, and posted online. Every interview, laugh, glance, or awkward moment can later be revisited under a completely different narrative. Even silence or normal behavior can be turned into a headline. The Steve and Marjorie situation revealed how quickly the internet can build an entire storyline from fragments of old content, regardless of whether the claims are actually true. And as people dug deeper into Steve's personal history, even older controversies started returning to the spotlight. The complicated truth. Steve Harvey's personal life has always been closely followed by the public, not just because he is famous, but because he often speaks openly about relationships and family values. Over the years, this has made his own history feel even more important to audiences who see him as a guide on marriage and love. Steve Harvey has been married 3 times. Each marriage brought different experiences, challenges, and public attention. His current marriage to Marjorie Harvey is often presented in a very positive way. On social media and in interviews, they show a united family image. They share photos of family events, vacations, and moments with their children and grandchildren. This helped build the idea that Steve finally found stability after years of struggle. Together, they also raised a blended family, including children from both of their previous relationships, and often described themselves as one strong family unit. However, not all parts of his personal history are viewed in a positive light. One of the most discussed chapters is his second marriage to Mary Shackelford. Their divorce in 2005 became a long and highly public legal battle. Mary made serious claims against Steve, including allegations of infidelity and emotional harm during their marriage. She also spoke publicly about feeling financially and emotionally damaged after the separation. These statements gained attention in media coverage and online discussions, even though they were part of a larger and complicated legal case. Court records presented a different version of events regarding financial matters. Reports indicated that Mary received a settlement that included property, financial payments, and other support. However, despite the legal outcomes, public opinion remained divided. Many people still sympathized with Mary because of her emotional claims and public statements about the marriage. In 2011, she was even held in contempt of court for speaking publicly about the case after a gag order, which added even more complexity to the situation. Another major part of the dispute involved custody of their son, Winton Harvey. The custody arrangement became a point of public debate, with conflicting narratives shared by both sides. Over time, this legal battle and the surrounding accusations created lasting tension in how the public viewed Steve Harvey's private life. Mary Shackelford later filed additional lawsuits, including claims related to emotional distress and other personal grievances. Although many of these legal actions did not result in rulings in her favor, they continued to keep the marriage breakdown in the public eye. For many observers, the repeated legal disputes created a sense that the story was far from simple or fully resolved. As these details became more widely known, some audiences began to question how Steve Harvey's personal history matched the advice he often gave publicly. He regularly speaks about respect, communication, loyalty, and healthy relationships. Because of that, critics started pointing out the difference between his public message and the challenges seen in his past marriages. This created a shift in perception. Instead of being viewed only as a relationship expert, some people began to see him as a figure whose advice comes from experience that includes both success and failure. Supporters argue that this makes him more relatable, while critics believe it weakens his authority on marriage topics. Either way, Steve Harvey's personal life became deeply tied to his public image, and every new rumor or old story only added more attention to that connection. And as criticism of his credibility grew, another controversy began pulling his name back into discussion: Steve Harvey cracks. Steve Harvey's career has always been closely tied to the idea of authenticity. From his early stand-up days to his long run on television and radio, he built a public image based on being open, honest, and easy to relate to. People didn't just see him as a comedian or host, they saw him as someone who spoke directly, shared personal experiences, and gave advice that felt real and simple to understand. Over time, Harvey became known for talking about life lessons, relationships, and personal growth in a very direct way. His advice often came from his own mistakes and life experiences. This helped him connect with audiences who felt he was not pretending to be perfect. Instead, he often presented himself as someone who had learned things the hard way and wanted to share those lessons with others. Because of this strong image, the 2023 cheating rumors involving Marjorie Harvey created a major shift in how people looked at him. Once the allegations spread online, fans began going back through old interviews, talk show clips, and public appearances. Moments that once seemed normal were now being rewatched with a different mindset. People were no longer just listening to what he said. They were also watching how he said it, how he moved, and how he reacted in different situations. This created a new kind of pressure on Harvey's public image. Every facial expression, pause, laugh, or serious moment started being analyzed online. A simple reaction during a conversation could suddenly become part of a larger discussion. Even small moments that had no real importance before were now being treated as possible signs of hidden emotions or personal struggles. At the same time, Steve Harvey has always had to balance two roles. On one side, he is a public entertainer who appears on television, hosts shows, and performs in front of large audiences. On the other side, he is also a brand built on trust, motivation, and personal advice. These two roles do not always match perfectly. What feels natural and unplanned in one moment may still be part of a controlled public image in another. This is where the idea of authenticity becomes complicated. Many fans began asking whether Steve Harvey is always completely natural or whether he performs sincerity in a way that works well for television. Some believe he is genuinely open and just very good at communicating. Others think his public personality is carefully shaped to stay relatable and appealing to a wide audience. The line between the real person and the television personality started to blur even more after the cheating rumors. Because Harvey has built his career on trust and relatability, any controversy or inconsistency feels more noticeable. People who once saw him as completely genuine began looking at him with more caution. This shift also reflects a larger change in how audiences view celebrities today. People are more aware of media training, public relations strategies, and image management. As a result, heavily polished or controlled public personalities are often met with more doubt than before. Audiences want to feel like they are seeing the real person, not just a managed version. In Harvey's case, the rumors did not just create gossip about his marriage. They also made people question the foundation of the personality he has shown for years. What once felt natural now feels more carefully examined and less certain. And as public trust started to shift, another major controversy soon brought his entire career back under even deeper scrutiny. Cat Williams enters. One of the biggest controversies to resurface in Steve Harvey's public image came from outside his marriage, rumors, and personal life. It came from comedy itself, and it hit directly at something very important for his career: credibility. The discussion exploded again after Cat Williams's viral appearance on the Club Shay Shay podcast, where he made several strong claims about major figures in comedy, including Steve Harvey. During the interview, Cat Williams accused Harvey of not being fully original in his early stand-up career. He suggested that some of Harvey's material was taken from other comedians and not created independently. Williams also questioned Harvey's overall creative identity, saying that he built a large career without enough originality behind it. These comments quickly spread online because of how direct and bold they were, especially since Cat Williams is known for speaking openly about the comedy industry. The conversation did not stop there. Some of the claims connected back to earlier allegations in comedy circles involving comedian Mark Curry and the sitcom Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. Critics pointed out similarities between certain comedic styles and story structures used in Steve Harvey's early television work compared to other comedians from the same era. While similarities in comedy are common, the discussion online focused on whether these were coincidences or cases of borrowed material. Actress Angela Means also added to the conversation by supporting parts of the discussion around joke theft in the industry. She spoke about how, in earlier comedy environments, material was sometimes shared, adapted, or reused without proper credit. However, she suggested that some cases went beyond casual influence and entered the area of direct copying. Her comments kept the debate active and gave more weight to the idea that the issue was not just a rumor, but part of a broader conversation in comedy history. This controversy affected Steve Harvey in a deeper way than just stand-up comedy. By this point in his career, Harvey was no longer seen only as a comedian. He was a television host, author, and relationship advisor. Because of that, any question about originality or honesty in his early work started to affect how people viewed his entire public identity. If his comedy foundation was questioned, then his overall credibility also came into focus. A key part of the debate centered around what counts as borrowing in comedy versus outright stealing. Many comedians learn by watching others, adapting styles, and building on existing ideas. Supporters of Harvey argue that comedy is a shared space where influence is normal. Critics, however, believe there is a clear line between inspiration and copying, and they argue that crossing that line damages trust. Steve Harvey did not directly respond in detail to the renewed accusations. His silence became part of the discussion itself. Some fans believed he chose not to engage because the claims were old, unproven, or not worth addressing. Others felt that not responding made the accusations feel more serious or unresolved. This situation created a larger issue for Harvey's public image. His brand has always been built on the idea of being self-made, honest, and hardworking. Accusations of plagiarism directly challenge that story. Even if the claims are debated, they still create doubt in the minds of some viewers. In the end, the controversy was not only about comedy routines, it became about trust, reputation, and whether the public can fully believe the story behind his success. And as these credibility questions grew louder, one of the most famous moments of his career was also being re-examined in a very different way. The Miss Universe disaster. One of the most unforgettable moments in Steve Harvey's career happened during the 2015 Miss Universe pageant 2015. It was a live television event watched by millions around the world, and it turned into a major mistake that quickly went viral. During the final announcement, Steve Harvey mistakenly declared Ariadna Gutierrez from Colombia as the winner of Miss Universe. Moments later, he realized the error and corrected it, announcing Pia Wurtzbach from the Philippines as the actual winner. The scene was chaotic and emotional. The crown had already been placed on Ariadna's head, only to be removed and placed on Pia Wurtzbach's shortly after. The confusion happened live on air, and the entire world saw it unfold in real time. The reaction was immediate. Social media exploded with shock, memes, criticism, and disbelief. Many people felt bad for the contestants, especially Ariadna Gutierrez, who had to experience the moment of being wrongly crowned. At the same time, Steve Harvey became the center of global attention for the mistake. Some viewers thought the incident could seriously damage his career, especially because it happened on such a large international stage. However, what stood out most was how Steve handled it afterward. He quickly took responsibility and publicly apologized. He did not try to shift blame or avoid the situation. Instead, he admitted that he had misread the card and owned the mistake. This immediate accountability helped reduce some of the anger and confusion around the incident. In the days that followed, Harvey continued addressing the situation openly. He apologized to both contestants and the Miss Universe organization. He also spoke about it in interviews with honesty and humor, showing that he was willing to accept the consequences. Instead of hiding from the moment, he leaned into it. Over time, something unexpected happened. The disaster slowly became part of his public identity, but not in a fully negative way. Steve Harvey began using the moment in his comedy and motivational talks. He joked about it, explained what he learned, and turned it into a lesson about handling mistakes in public life. This helped shift the story from pure embarrassment to something more relatable. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more untold stories and celebrity deep dives.